Good morning, children. All of you, please take out your test book and a pencil. Take page number 82 in your test book. Check your answers yourself. Here, after doing subtraction, we don't know whether the answer we got is correct or not. So, in order to find out or verify the answer, we can do the checking. How we can do the checking of subtraction, that is we are going to learn here. Okay. So here 236 minus 114 is the question given, and the answer is 6 minus 4 2, 3 minus 1 2, and 2 minus 1 1 is given here. We have to check whether or verify whether this answer is correct or not. In order to do the verification, how we can do the verification, let us learn now. So this is the minuend. Always in subtraction, minuend will be the largest number. Okay, so the answer we got and the subtrahend should be added together, and if the answer you get is the minuend is equal to the minuend, then your calculation is correct. So I will explain once more how to do. First number, the biggest number is the minuend. The number to be subtracted is the subtrahend. Then the answer we get is the difference. So what we have to do is write the difference first. What the answer we got, that is the difference. Then we should add the subtrahend with the answer. That means the second number that we have to add here. While adding, see here, 2 plus 4 is 6, and 2 plus 1 is 3, and 1 plus 1 is 2. So we got the answer 236. The minuend is 236. So when you add a difference with the subtrahend, you should get the minuend. So if the minuend here, the answer we got and the minuend is same, then your calculation is correct. Okay, moving on to the next question. 340 minus 28. Okay, so here 0 minus 8 is not possible, say, so we have borrowed 1 from here, so here become 10 and here it is 3. So 10 minus 8 is 2, 3 minus 2 is 1, and 3 minus nothing is there, so write the 3 downwards. Okay, so you got the answer is 312. This is the minuend, this is subtrahend, and this is the difference. In order to do the verification or in order to do the checking of your answer, what you have to do? You have to add difference and subtrahend together. So difference is 312 and the subtrahend is 28. So let us add. 2 plus 8 is 10. 1 plus 1 is 1 plus 1, this 2 plus 8 is 10, 0 written here, 1 is over here. So 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 2 will get 4, and 3 you should plot on. So the answer is 340. These are the two examples given here. Okay, how to do the checking. Now we can do the questions given here. Check Rashi's subtraction using addition. Give her a tick mark for every right answer. So here a girl named Rashi, she had done some subtractions. So we have to check whether the answer is correct or not. If she had done correctly, what we have to give? We have to give a tick mark or correct answer, and if it is wrong, we can put cross mark. Okay, so let us start from the first question. First question already answer is given. Let us see. 384 minus 243. 4 minus 3. How much is 4 minus 3? 1. And 8 minus 4 is 4. And 3 minus 2 is 1. So the answer got is 141. So now we are going to check the answer. So for checking the answer, first number what we have to write? First you have to write the difference, that is 141. You have to add subtrahend. What is the subtrahend here? 243. So 243 right here. Now add these numbers. Okay, 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 4 is 8, and 2 plus 1 is 3. 384 is the answer. Look, the minuend is also 394. So the answer 384 minus 243 equal to 141 is the correct answer. So Rashi done this calculation correctly. Okay, while doing checking of this subtraction, you have to keep in mind that always minuend is the largest number. So when you add difference with the subtrahend, you will get the minuend. Okay. Now moving on to the next question. Rashi has done the second question, that is 468 minus 139. So this is the second question that Rashi has done, and the answer what she got is 221. Let us see whether this answer is correct or not. So let us do the calculation. Here the blank box is provided, we have to find the calculation. So first which number we have to write? We have to write the difference. The difference of these two numbers, what is the difference here? Difference is 221. So write the difference 221 in the first box. Next you have to write the subtrahend. Subtrahend is 139. So write 139. You have to add these two, that is difference and subtrahend. Let us add. So 9 plus 1, how much is 9 plus 1? 9 plus 1 is 10. So write here 0, carry over 1 to the tens place. Now 1 plus 2 is 3 and 3 plus 3 is 6. So write the answer 6 here. Then moving to the hundreds place, 2 plus 1 is 3. So what is the answer what we got? We got is 360. See, what is the minuend in the question? The minuend given in the question is 468. What we got after verification is 360. Is it correct? Do you think is it correct? No. Why? Both the numbers are different. So this calculation what the Rashi done is wrong. Understood? Rashi has done a wrong calculation. Why? We have to, when we add difference and subtrahend, you should get the minuend, that is 468. But what is the answer here? 360. So this answer, that is 468 minus 139 is equal to 221 is the wrong answer. So you have to put a wrong mark here. Okay. Now Rashi has done third questions already. There are 4 questions Rashi do. So out of that, first question is right, second one is wrong. Now moving on to third question, let us find out whether it is right or wrong. Okay. So the question is 356 minus 247. So she got the answer 190. So we can do the verification or check whether this answer is correct or not. So write this 119 on the first box, and you have to add this 247, that is the subtrahend, to it. So 119 plus 247, let us find out what is the answer. 9 plus 7 will give you 60. Write 6 here, and 1 should be carried forward to tens place. 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 4 is 6. So write down answer 6 in the next box, that is in the tens column. Moving to the hundreds place, 1 plus 2 will give you 3. So the answer what we got is 366. What is the minuend in the question? Minuend in the question is 356. So what we got? 366. Is it correct? Whether the Rashi's answer 119 is correct or not? 119 is a wrong answer, because when we add difference with the subtrahend, we should get the minuend, but the minuend is 356 here. What we got is 366. So her calculation is wrong. Okay. Now moving to the next question. 468 minus 139, and Rashi got the answer 221. So let us check whether it is correct or not. So for first, what we have to write in the first column? We have to write the difference, that is 221, plus what is the subtrahend here in this question? The subtrahend is 139. So plus 139. So what is the answer? Let us find out the sum of 221 and 139. So 9 plus 1 is 10. So 10, write 0 here. 1 tends to be carried forward to the tens place. So 1 plus 2 is 3 and 3 plus 3 is 6. Then 2 plus 1 is 3. So what is the answer that we got? We got the answer 360. Is the answer right or not? the answer is wrong because the minuend is 468 and what we got is 360. If we get this same answer, then only the answer will be right. Here her calculation gone wrong, so put a cross mark over here. Okay, so out of 4 questions, Rashi has done only 1 right answer. Remaining all the 3 are wrong. Okay, so you studied how to find the difference. What you have to think is, while verifying, always keep in mind that minuend is the largest number. Okay, so you have to add difference and subtrahend, and when you get the minuend same number, then the answer is right. Otherwise the answer had gone wrong, something gone wrong in your answer. So you have to calculate again and find the correct answer. Okay, now we can move to the next question. Fill in the missing numbers in the colored boxes. So before doing this, what we have to keep in mind? We have to keep in mind that minuend is the largest number. Okay, so if you add these two, this is subtrahend and difference, you will get the minuend. Okay, so in the first question, 78 minus 3 and the ones column is blank. We have to find out. So what will come here? That we have to find out. Always we will start from the ones column. Okay, so this number is missing here. 8 minus something is 5. So we have to find out what will come there. So let us see. Let us write here. 8 minus dash is 5. Otherwise, if you add these two numbers, you have to get 8. So let us find how we will find 8 minus 5 is equal to 3. So what we will get here, you have to write 3, because if you add these two, you have to get 8. So something, if you have in the previous lesson, that is in third lesson, we have studied how to find the numbers in between if it is blank. What we will have to do, we have to subtract this from this, then you will get this number. Understand? If you want to find the minuend, you have to add. Otherwise, in both the cases, if you want to find out the subtrahend or you have to find the difference, you have to take the difference of these numbers. You have to subtract the difference. If the subtrahend is missing, you have to subtract the difference from the minuend. Otherwise, if the answer, otherwise difference is missing, you have to subtract subtrahend from the minuend. Okay, you have to keep in mind clearly what is minuend, what is subtrahend, what is difference. This already explained earlier. So here this, if this otherwise in simple words you can say, if this is first number, you think like that. This column, first number, second column, second number, third column, third number. Okay, think like that. If first number is missing, you have to add second and third. Okay, in only this case, if first number is missing, you have to add second and third. In case of subtraction only. Okay, if the second number or third number is missing, you have to find the difference of first number and the whichever number is given. Okay, in that you have to keep in mind. If first number is missing, add both the numbers, whatever is given in second and third column. Okay, if the second number is missing, subtract the last number, otherwise third number, from the first number. If the third number is missing, subtract second number from the first number. Okay, so here 8 minus dash is equal to 5. So 8 minus 3 is equal to 5. Okay, we have to find the difference of these two. Then 7 minus 3. How much is 7 minus 3? 7 minus 3 is 4. That you can directly write because this is the difference. Okay. Now moving on to the next question. 2 1 dash minus 1 dash 7 is equal to dash 3 2. So what we have to do? We have to find the missing letters from here. So consider as this is the first number, this is the second, this is the third. So if first number is missing, what we have to do? We have to add second and third. This is the shortcut method to keep this point in mind. Actually the way of learning is, if the minuend is missing, add subtrahend and difference. That is the actual rule. Okay, so Here this minuend is missing, otherwise the number in the first column is missing. So what we have to do, we have to add the subtrahend or second number with the third number, that is 7 plus 2. Okay, so 7 plus 2 is how much? 9. So first number that is missing is in the first column, that is minuend is missing, so you can add subtrahend and difference to get the minuend. Here in checking we have done. Likewise 7 plus 2 is 9. So you got the answer here, first column 9. See in the second case, the second number is missing, otherwise the subtrahend is missing. Clearly it is subtrahend. So in such cases what we have to do, we have to subtract the difference from the minuend. Always minuend will be the larger number. Okay, so here it is 1. You have to do 1 minus 3. Is 1 minus 3 possible? No. So what we have to do, we have to borrow 1 from this place. Okay, so if you borrow 1 from this place, this 1 will become 11 and this 2 will become 1. So what you have to do, you have to cut this 1 and write there 11 and cut this 12 and write there 1. Okay, so now you can do. Now you can do here 11 minus 3. How much is 11 minus 3? You will get 11 minus 3, you will get the answer 8, because 8 plus 3 is 11. Okay, then here 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay, so see here. So here 11 minus dash is equal to 3. So what is the answer? 11 minus 3 is 8. And here also the last number is missing, that is difference is missing. 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay, once more I will clear this question, explain this question. Always we have to start from the ones place. In the ones place, which number is missing here? The minuend is missing here, that is this column is blank. So if the minuend is missing, we have to add the subtrahend and difference. Okay, so we have to add this 2. 7 plus 2. What is 7 plus 2? 9. Okay, we got the answer. Now moving on to the tens column. Here minuend is there, but subtrahend is missing and the difference is also there. So in such cases what we have to do? We have to find the difference of minuend and subtrahend. We cannot do 3 minus 1. Why? Because always minuend is the bigger number. So we have to consider minuend first. Already it is 1 here. We will think that minuend is 1. How can we do the subtraction? But always think that we might have borrowed. Always in subtraction we will borrow if the number is smaller. If the minuend is smaller number, we will usually borrow. So you have to think that we have borrowed from the hundreds place. Think like that before doing the calculation. Don't do 3 minus 1 as you consider 3 is the bigger number. Always subtract from the minuend, that is this number should be written first, as this is smaller than this number. 1 is smaller than 3. Remember that we have borrowed 1 from the hundreds place. Okay, so as we borrow 1 from the hundreds place, this 1 will become 11. As usually all cases when you borrow 1 from this place, it will become 11. Okay, it is 11 times, in other ways 110, as we borrowed 100s. Okay, so it is 11 times or 110. So 11, consider it as 11. So 11 you got. So 11 minus 3 you can do. Understood? So 11 minus 3 you will get the answer 8. So that 8 should be written here in the blank box. As we have borrowed 1 to this place, this 2 had become 1. Now you can do here, this is 1 minus 0. Oh, sorry, 1 minus 1. This number is missing. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So you got the answer here 0. So you got all the answers in the missing column. Understood? I hope you have understood. Moving to the next question. See here, 96, sorry, dash 6 minus 3 dash. In the first, we have to start from the ones column. 6 minus dash is equal to 0. Minuend is the, subtrahend is missing, difference is there. So what we have to do? We have to do minus. Okay, 6 minus 0. How much is 6 minus 0? 6 minus 0 is 6. So you got the answer here. Okay. Now here the minuend is missing. Dash minus 3 is equal to 6. If the minuend is missing, what we have to do? We have to add these two numbers. So 6 plus 3. What is 6 plus 3? 9. Understood? So you got the missing numbers 9 and 6 here. Okay. Next, moving on to the next question. Dash 4 minus 238 is equal to 2 dash dash. Starting from the ones place. 4 minus 8. Is 4 minus 8 possible? No. 4 minus 8 is not possible. So what we will do? We will borrow 110 from the tens place. Okay. So we have borrowed 110 from the tens place, and this 4 become 14 here, and this 4 will become 3. Okay. Now we can do the subtraction. 14 minus 8. How much is 14 minus 8? 14 minus 8 is 6. Now moving to the tens column, 3 minus 3 is 0. Now here see, minuend is missing. So when minuend is missing, what we have to do? We have to add subtrahend with the difference. That is 2 plus 2. These two should be added. 2 plus 2. What is the answer? 4. So minuend is 4. So you got the missing numbers. Okay. While doing checking, always remember that minuend is the biggest number. If minuend is missing, add difference and subtract. If any other number is missing, you have to subtract that number from the minuend given. If the minuend is smaller, you have to consider that we have borrowed one from the places, whether it is tens place or hundreds place. So consider like that and do the subtraction, you will get the answer. Okay. I hope you have understood this part. So let us wind up the session for today. Thank you.